This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Yes, Lisa Andria joining us, our emotional transformation specialist from Ladies Who Leap Coaching. Welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Joe. I'm doing great. I'm
Great.
doing great. It's a little hot here in California,
That's what I
but
hear, and it's chilly in
yeah.
Cal in on the East Coast here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's pretty hot here. So I'm in air conditioning. I'll stay here all day. That's
Good
fine.
for you. And you'll sit there and you can still help people, where you are for leaping, as you say, out
Mhm.
of their comfort zone to start growing. And of course, that's part of what you do and so much more, helping women transform personally, mentally, spiritually. Would you mind just telling us a little bit about yourself for those new timers joining us today, Lisa?
Yeah, I'm an emotional transformation specialist because I transform women's emotions to get rid of the things that are clutter in your head, what the negative things you keep saying to yourself, so that you can move forward and have a better life in the future.
Beautiful. And we're excited you're here. And I know we're going to kind of dive into the four steps you say, right, to a full transformation. What's the first? Where do we even begin?
So, picking up from last week when we were talking, the process of a breakthrough, releasing your limiting beliefs and exaggerated negative emotions from your unconscious mind. So, then what's next, right? It's not magic. There are ways that you need to keep that baggage out. You need that rewiring in your unconscious mind. You need to stop it from bouncing back. So, there are actually four steps to a full transformation. First one being literally what I talked about last week, which is the breakthrough session,
Yeah.
releasing the baggage that's holding you back. Once it's done, you feel ready to go, you feel freer, you feel lighter, you feel happier. But the next step is you're going to imagine your future self, and I call it an avatar.
Yeah.
And you're going to set the SMART goals that align with that future and with the values that you've brought up during this session. So I'm going to go into that first. So this is the second step. So, creating your future self. This is a process to take your original goal that you wanted to achieve, even if it's just loving yourself, but taking it and putting your dream life, your dream day, combining it and who you want to be in 5 to 10 or 10 years from now. And it's best by imagining that you've already accomplished your goals. When I first start working with a client, I ask them to fill out a form that asks prompting questions to imagine your full dream life, from where you live, what you do for a living, who you're around, what does your home look like, do
Hmm.
you travel, all that kind, down to even a car that you have.
Yeah.
In fact, if and in fact, those listening, if you go to ladieswholeap.com/manifestation, you will get the form to download. It tells you what prompts to use in AI, and you can actually get your dream day to be spit out so that you can use it to manifest every day. So that's a way to look at and imagine what your future avatar self would be. Now, when you start, the next thing is looking at goals and setting your
Yeah.
goals. There's another acronym, it's AIM, AIM, to keep in mind. Yeah, it's another one. But when you're thinking about setting goals, the first thing is that it's achievable. The goal must be within your control and attainable by your own actions. Should not depend on others. You need to be the leader of your own destiny, and you need to set goals that you can actually accomplish and achieve. The I is for initiated by self, right? The individual you must be the one to initiate and maintain the goal. This ensures that you have your own personal responsibility and empowerment. You're all in. You've set this goal and you want it initiated by yourself because you're the one that's going to be living that, and that's what you want to accomplish. That's your dream, your big dream. And then measurable. So you have to have a way to assess your progress and your success. I mean, we every time you take a step and you do it and you accomplish it, you want to celebrate the goals, but you need to have it in a way where you know when you've achieved that goal. It could be qualitative or quantitative, but it must be something that you can actually see and know that you've accomplished it. That's really important.
Oh, my
And then,
goodness.
yeah, these
Go
are
ahead.
important things. And then when you actually do setting the goals, I think some people have probably heard of this, but they're called SMART goals, right? So the first one is S, another acronym. So you can write this down. The first one is S, and it's specific or simple. So
Okay.
you want to write exactly what it is you want to do. What is the goal?
Okay.
And make it simple enough so that you can understand it, so that you can achieve it, so that it's very specific. I will have this many clients, let's say, by this date, and actually set that in stone. Because once you put it out there, it's really something that the universe is going to hear you. It's your what you want, and then the universe will start bringing you the opportunities to be able to do it. Again, we're going to go back to kind of the measurable part. The M is measurable, but it's also meaningful to you. This is when you're taking the values that you have set, and during the breakthrough session, we elicit your values out of your unconscious mind. So it is truly a set of usually 10 to 15 very emotional words that mean what you value. And that's how you are able to make decisions and set your goals going forward. It's really important. It's things like love, compassion, respect. This can be values that set what job
Hmm.
you're going to have, what kind of relationship you want, where you
Interesting.
live. Yeah. Then the A is achievable. Again, we're going back to that in the aim, but it's not only just something that's achievable that you can do yourself. Like, okay, if you want to be a concert pianist and you're 65 years old, let's put it this way, it's not going to happen. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you have to have something that's achievable, but it also is something that affects everything in your life, all areas of your life. That's another A part of this. It's that it's going to this goal is going to set you in motion so that all areas of your life are going to be improved. And then the other really important part is as if now. So you are imagining that you are already there. When you set these goals, you're imagining it as if you're already there. And
Got
that's
it.
part of manifesting. Yeah, you're sitting in a place where I am in a life of abundance. I am living and I choose to live in a life full of joy and happiness. You are as if now is that
Oh,
A in SMART. It's really important. The R is realistic. Yep, another just like that concert pianist at 65 years of age. No, you have to be realistic.
yeah.
And then there's the whole thing about responsible. When you set goals, you want to really look at how your goal and what you want to do in life is, I call it ecological. It is how does it better the environment or better the world? Are you doing something that is actually adding to human life or adding to your environment or your community or your church or whatever it is that you're doing, that you're really giving back to others and bettering the world as a whole? And that's an ecological way of looking at your goals.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't necessarily think of that, but a lot of women, when they get to a certain age and they're thinking about, okay, I'm divorced or I'm retired or what do I do? Most of them say, I want to do something that helps others.
Aw.
And that's the ecological side. Yeah, it's really neat that so many women that I work with say that. That's the first thing out of their mind when I'm saying, okay, let's imagine your future life. And they come up with all kinds of different things. And it's based on their own talents and their own desires and experiences they've had in their life and how they want to help others to have better experiences than what they had. That's what they're working for, is to help others.
Wow.
And then the last one is T. So when you set a goal, you actually want to have a time of when you're going to accomplish it. So they say when you write things down and you give yourself a date, it keeps you accountable,
Yeah.
makes you really responsible for achieving that goal, and then you can set the little steps, because the next step is actually taking action. So now you've got your goals. They're to help others, they're specific, they're measurable, they're meaningful to you, they're achievable, and they're timed. Now, and I'm going to say, I urge people to set maybe three goals a year, big goals, because you can get overwhelmed. And so limit the goals, because each goal has several steps that'll have to go with it. And remember, you're cleared now. All the limiting and negative thoughts in your head are gone. That
Yeah.
means that you can move forward without the thing in your brain that says, no, you can't do this. No, that's gone. You've released it now. So you have your big dreams laid out. Now you need to take each of that and you need to parcel it out into smaller steps so you can take action. And you need to do these steps in order to move towards your ultimate goal. I'm going to stop for a second because I've been talking for a while, Jill. Is there
Oh
any
my
questions?
goodness. Well, you're on a roll. There's wow. No, you are very thorough, breaking it all down for us. And no, I think you're being very self. I'm want to know what's next. I don't need to elaborate or
So
anything. This is good.
I'm going to add a little woo-woo in here,
Okay.
okay?
We like
So when
woo.
you are in this place where you're confident and you're clear after releasing all those limiting beliefs, now you've reached a place of some energetic resonance to attract what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So as you take the first step, you feel the confidence to go, yep, I can take that first action
Yeah.
step. And then I can take the so it is, and it's good to work with someone. If you don't have a coach, work with a trusted friend, be an accountability partner, and say, okay, these are my goals. What are your goals? Let's work together. What steps
Yeah.
do you need to take? This is what I need to take. Actually, meet with each other every week or every other week and dedicate that time to talking about what your goals are and what steps you need to take and say, hey, did you do that? And don't do it with a sense of shame because a lot of things can happen in your life that can stop you from being able to take the step. But do it from a sense of support. Hey, I'm here. What is it that's holding you back from doing that? Is there something that I can help you with? Or do you need somebody else's help? Do you need to hire a coach? That's why we're here. In fact, it's somebody said something funny about life coaches is that your friends, if you keep complaining and saying this and that, and I can't get to what I'm doing, and you just keep doing it, a friend at some point is going to go, okay, I've had
Yeah.
enough. Can we not talk about this, right? But a coach wants you to talk about it and endlessly so that they can help you and change your mindset and put you in a good place so you can actually manifest your dreams. Because
Wow.
when you're aligned, yeah, and when you know your values and you're aligned with them, then you have this resonance of just self-love and confidence.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best position for you to manifest your dreams into reality. You're at a vibrational level. This is the woo-woo part that allows your desires and what you request to come to you because you know your why, and the universe, God, whatever you believe, has your how. Because you may not know every step, but as you start to take them, the doors will open and opportunities will start coming to you. You'll meet people on your way and they'll go, oh, you need help with this? I know somebody that can help you with that. And you'll go, oh, I never knew that you knew someone or that this person existed. And it will literally lead you to your next step. This is what
Ooh, I got
transformation is all
goosebumps.
about.
I feel it. I feel it. Those things happen all the time.
Yeah.
And people say, well, what if it doesn't?
So
What if it doesn't? No, you got to believe, you got to go through it, right?
yeah, and that's the whole idea. When you have either a life coach that's working with you or a
Yep.
friend that you really trust that you can have as accountability, those thoughts that come up, those bad days that you have, you've got somebody to support you. You've got someone to lean on. And you've got your own confidence and your own belief in yourself that you've pulled together through this process that's there when you need it. It could mean the difference of I can't do this and that lasting a week in like a really bad state to I can't do this, wait a minute, an hour later, realizing, yes, I can. I have accomplished so many things in my life. I've got these tools now that I've been given that can raise back up my confidence and I can let it go. Because any failure that you make, let's say you take a step and the results don't come the way you
Mhm.
thought, but there's a lesson in there. And really absorbing what the lesson is and taking it and applying it to the next step, it actually works. And changing your whole mindset to think that mistakes are simply
Yeah.
the disguise of lessons is so important. That's something really important to remember.
Oh my goodness. Well, hold on. You've been helping people, achieve their dreams and leaping, shall I say, for many years, and just innately before you even started the business, I'm sure, right? What's the one biggest challenge you think that you find with ladies who are not, holding themselves back? What is it? Is it fear? What do you normally see?
Well, I think obviously I hear a lot of fear and self-doubt. But I really feel that the deep inner thing that's the problem is not trusting and loving yourself.
No.
Because if you wouldn't have necessarily the fear of failure if you trusted yourself and loved yourself enough to know that it's okay if I make a mistake because I am not defined by my mistakes. I love myself unconditionally. And if I make a mistake, I can apologize or I can change course, I can shift. So the main thing, and that's why I really focus on making sure that the woman that I'm working with loves themselves unconditionally and actually trusts themselves. And I'll tell you, more than likely, that is not the case, and they haven't even realized it. I go, I'll ask these certain questions. Go, oh yeah, I really like myself. I mean, yeah, I'm this and I do this great, but I don't hear the true word love. And so when I get down to the bottom of it, they realize, oh, and so that's why I don't trust myself. And that's why I have imposter syndrome and self-doubt and all that. So it comes down to the trusting and loving yourself unconditionally. That to me is the main thing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. We still got plenty of time to talk more again with Lisa Andria here, and she's from Ladies Who Leap Coaching, taking us through the transformation process and helping us get there by going over all the stages, the phases, how it works, and, you know, how you. I love the fact we're helping people rediscover their lives, what they truly want to do, right? And to start living their lives. Thank you. You know, as we sit here and listen to you, and people are saying, well, okay, this is great, she sounds wonderful, she sounds, tell me, what would you say makes you so unique? Why should people contact you, Lisa? I like you, I believe in you, but I'm just asking, right? Because people want to trust in what you do. So what would you say to them? Why should they give you a call?
I'll tell you, number one, I'm a curious person and extremely intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come work with me, I really want to help you. I've been through this process.
Yeah.
I've been through all the steps so that I love myself unconditionally, and my whole mission. And I listen intently when you work with me. I ask you those questions that I know can draw out from you how to make your life better. I mean, and I have clients that say I completely changed their life. And when someone says that to you, you know, I'm doing the right thing. I'm on the right path. And that's the path I want my clients to be on. I want someone to say to them, you changed my life. You helped me. You made something so beautiful, whatever it is, in a creative way, that it actually touched me and affected my life. That is the ultimate, just heartfelt, centered energy that you just can't put a price on it. It is so beautiful, and that's what I do for my clients, and I think that's what differentiates me. Yeah.
Yay. Thank you for sharing that. All right. And in our last few moments together, we still have, oh gosh, we have 8 minutes left. We're good. What else did you want to elaborate on? I'll make sure we're covering everything for today.
So I want to just talk a little bit how you maintain your own mindset going into the
Mm-hmm.
future. I give a lot of my clients, I tell them journaling every day, include a great gratitude journal, put the first three things that you're grateful for, and remembering again that your experiences have a lesson, even if you don't accomplish it. But I'm going to give you guys a signature kind of a reflection moment. So you can write some reflective answers to go deeper inside and then start to uncover maybe what your limiting beliefs are and where you can
Yeah.
start, right? So you're going to, not right now because you're going to write it down, but at some point, close your eyes and ask yourself, what negative dialogue is in my head a lot? Start paying attention to it. What is it that you keep hearing? And then what belief have I created that distorts my reality today? Same type of question. What is a belief that I have about myself or about other people that is distorting what the true reality is? And then the third question, which I will only work with people to say yes to this. Am I ready to release these limiting beliefs and thoughts and trust my unconscious mind to do that? And so these are the three things. Kind of reflect on those. Again, you can go to ladieswholeap.com/manifestation for that wonderful document that gives you all these prompts to put together
Mm-hmm.
your ideal life. And then I give you the prompts for the AI so that it can kind of spit it out to you. It's something that I do as part of my program. It's one of the first steps that I do so that I record it in a nice way and then they can listen to it every day. And then just to talk to me, press on that Let's Connect button on my website, ladieswholeap.com. There's no, you can talk, I can give you a tip, I can give you help, maybe even just give you something that you needed just to get through what you're experiencing right now. I can give you a confidence boost. There's very interesting steps. Your unconscious mind is very powerful, and I know ways to make it work for you.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. And any insight for us today? How can we get started? We're home today, just waking up to get in that mindset mode of transformation and shifting. Do we have to be open to it? Is there anything that you suggest we start doing, eating, drinking, like, to prepare our bodies? We cleanse. What do we do?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, drinking water, but going out in nature, walking, grounding yourself to Mother Earth, listening to your own thoughts. And sometimes that means being silent, just being in your own mind and being quiet and listening to your own thoughts, saying things like, I choose, and then filling that in that thought, I am. Fill in what you say. Because you can't leap, you can't make a transformation with carrying emotional blocks, right?
Yeah.
You have to let them go. There's peace and power on the other side, and really embrace that and know that I can do this. A lot of people have transformed themselves. A lot of people have learned how to love themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that first little step that you need to take, and then that leads to the next step. And then months later or years later, it can take some time, and it's okay. There's no rush. You can take as much time as you need, but when you get there, your life is much more ease and flow. And even all the outside things in your world that are
Yep.
happening, and we know that there's a lot going on, even that can not shake how you feel about yourself and what you can accomplish and what you can overcome.
Oh, beautiful. I love hearing that. And I just feel that so many people out there can really make the best out of their lives. And I want everyone to wake up with a smile, wake up happy. I know it's not easy. I've had people in my family who had depression, my mother especially. And it's just like, I wish she had the time in her life when she was here on earth to really make that transformation. And she was always too scared to take that leap, right? And always felt not good enough, felt she couldn't do, she had a husband, my father, who's very jealous, possessive, kind of held her down. And she never was able to break that cycle of getting away from him and being independent. I just feel like, I don't know, there's so many more resources out there today, more support, more people like you that are willing to help people in general, and people like her, to start living their dreams, as you say, right? Because isn't that your method, the dream method?
Yeah, and the whole thing is when you are go through these like the breakthrough session I was talking about, you're not only just shedding for yourself, but you're shedding for your children, your friends, your partner, because you're shedding, let's say genealogically, what has been passed down through generations in your case, right? Could be passed down. You're actually breaking that mold. You're letting go of whatever it was that original event that happened that put that idea in your head that you're not happy and you
Yeah.
don't deserve to be happy. No, you deserve to be happy. And wake up every morning setting intentions for the day. Make your bed, that whole thing. You should always start your day making your bed. Make your bed and actually say out loud, I am going to have a really great day and something wonderful is going to happen. I can imagine it and I can feel it. And set those other positive affirmations and say them out loud to yourself every day. Wake up with that feeling of loving yourself. Yeah.
Beautiful. Will do. And how can we reach out to you? Would you mind sharing the best form of contact?
Yep, it's ladieswholeap.com. And there's all kinds of information on the website. And there's a nice little Let's Connect button upper right-hand corner. And that will set you to schedule time when you're alone, able to talk freely and in a quiet place. And that way we can talk. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for inspiring us today, breaking it all down for us and helping all us ladies out there that can use some love, some affection, some little push. Dream, create, believe, as you say, right?
Yep,
Uh,
that's it.
all right, sweetheart. Well, thank you again for being here and for joining us. And please, again, reach out, ladieswholeap.com. Tell them we sent you. And Lisa, always a pleasure. Hopefully, I'll see you next week again, okay?
Yes. Thanks, Jill.
Thank you so much. Bye, sweetheart. And to all of our listeners, we'll be right back with more.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.